Welcome to the Rated R Report, and buckle up, it's a Fastlane predictions video.
You ready there, pre-show?
Now wait just a
Support, no DQ.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is the General Jerry Slaughter, co-host of What's NXT and the NXT Party, and speaker and advocate for the reigning and defending No DQ Predictions Champion. He is the Rated R Reviewer. He is the Wizard, Stefan R. Osborne.
And as always, the R stands for restricted. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is predictions time again. We are talking main roster, we're talking WWE Fastlane, and as he said, I am the reigning No DQ Predictions Champion. I started thinking about the Wrestling Trivia Championship.
Yeah.
And suddenly I didn't know what to say.
That's fine.
But we're not going to start over again. We're going to plow right through my my near mistake.
And we have on the screen with us, as per usual, on the Radar Report, especially for predictions, the simple man, Captain 205 Live himself, Noah Foster.
hello.
So this is the group, I guess. This is our predictions group.
Yep,
We've got
this is
the
our
Simple
panel.
Man, the General, and the Wizard.
Yep.
And a little birdie told me. Actually, no, I watched No DQ live after SmackDown. Now, Aaron Rift was going to offer you a spot on the A-Team panel. Since you're going to Fastlane in person, he was going to offer you a spot, except that the panel was already full. I guess he's got somebody else that's going there live. Noah Foster, would you have taken the opportunity to be on the A-Team panel, or would you have stuck to our panel of three, the misfits, the obscure ones?
No pressure.
I'm No DQ NXT for life.
There we go.
It's a good thing the panel was already full and you got dissed for somebody that's not even Team No DQ.
Dis and dismissed.
Maybe he's Team No DQ now. I guess. I don't know. It's so hard to keep up in the chat. There's so many people in there now.
We have 8 matches.
Yeah, this is gonna be either a really fun pay-per-view to predict, or this is gonna be really like just bland and awful. We will try to make this as entertaining as possible. But you're talking the pay-per-view before Mania, 4 weeks prior to the biggest show of the year, and I guess back in the good old days,
Yes.
you got 6 weeks before Mania. You'd have a pay-per-view in February. You'd have shit in March.
You'd have a great build for WrestleMania with really no stops for another pay-per-view in there, so people actually could save their money to afford like the $70 or $80 pay-per-view.
There'd be one pay-per-view 1 month after the Royal Rumble, and then you'd have a 6-week build to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And they used to be able to do so much with those 6 weeks. And it never felt like they were doing too much because they had too much time to put a build into this, because it was WrestleMania, man. This is the second pay-per-view in between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, and it's just too much, man. It's fucking too much. I would have much rather had more time to sit back and enjoy my championship reign and just wait for Mania. But it's here. It's Fastlane.
You never know. You could win again.
And before we get into the predictions, let's just get it out of the way. How bad are you not looking for? I mean, Noah, I bet you're looking forward to it, at least because you're going live.
Yeah.
I have, mutual feelings about actual excitement because, again, this will be my first ever WWE pay-per-view live experience, representing, of course, Team No DQ, hashtag No DQ NXT.
Yes.
So I am going to be in a little bit of a better mood tonight during the video. But it doesn't necessarily mean I'm not pissed off at some stuff.
Maybe, just maybe, half of this card could produce like really entertaining matches, but so to me, Mysterio, Andrade, the triple tag team match for the Raw titles,
Yeah.
Yep.
and Charlotte Becky. and Brian Owens.
Brian Owens is going to be a classic automatically.
No, not necessarily. That match could end in 7 minutes before it even gets off the ground for some crazy stupid shit like not Rowan but Harper returning and just getting that match could go south.
Yeah.
All of these matches could go south. So I'm just saying, out of 4 potentially really great matches, how many of them are actually going to be great? But WWE has
are we
a
talking
tendency.
NXT great, or are we talking WWE great?
WWE has a tendency.
Right now, there will never be a day that a WWE main roster preview under the reign of Vince McMahon will ever be the same wrestling quality as an NXT takeover. Simple as that.
There have been some times. I feel like WWE has become very good at setting the bar so low that even just a casual step over it seems like they've just leaped way over the bar and gave you the greatest show. Because you go into it with not only no expectations, but like negative expectations, and they give you a little bit positive, and you're like, oh, that was a really good show. When in comparison to like the creative ability of 20 years ago and the golden era back in the late 80s, early 90s, like, I don't know. I don't think you can compare.
No.
They are losing viewers at a ridiculous number.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it. Jerry, who you got, Mysterio or Andrade?
Andrade. I'm going to go with Andrade on this one. He needs a push, and like what better way to actually have him, even further is to actually beat Mysterio at Fastlane. So I'm going to go with Andrade on this one.
But he's kind of been winning on the feud. Well, you don't watch main roster. That's probably why you get such a bad score doing these predictions.
But I like to participate. Just because I I'm not going to dance doesn't mean I don't want to invite it to the prom.
In the scientific community, you would be what's known as a control.
Pretty much.
He's the person in the Team NoDQ that does the predictions without watching the main roster shows. Clips here and there, but for the most part, you don't know what's going on.
None.
And it proves, I think, because I know you've been watching wrestling longer than I have, and you've got a much more knowledgeable wrestling brain than I do.
That's to be debated.
But because you don't watch the shows, you do terrible at predictions.
Oh, it's horrendous.
Bottom. Very bottom.
I am the best at losing.
But you're in your most good company. I believe Aaron Rift is the only one between you and not the bottom. So if you
you want an update? Here's an update for you. 17 of us in the league. Aaron Rift, 14. Dave, 13. Jerry, 9.
9.
who's 13? Or no?
Rocket Dave, Mr. Interview himself.
Now did he miss any pay-per-views though? Because that's what really puts you at the bottom. If you missed,
well, we literally started this at the beginning of the year, so the first pay-per-view technically for all of Team No DQ was NXT TakeOver Phoenix. So no, he has not missed one yet. He's
so there you go.
He's been on it.
Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber.
So I'm going with you, Jerry. I think Andrade wins this, even though he's kind of been.
He's actually seemingly winning in that feud. But.
Yeah, I mean he kind of gets the best out of Mysterio more often than not. But in this case, yeah, I think Mysterio came back not to become some great star. He doesn't need to do anything more in his career.
Has nothing to prove at all.
He walks out to the ring with the star power and momentum.
Yeah.
So he's just passing the torch, man. He's giving the rub to some of these guys that could use it. And a win against Mysterio at a pay-per-view, even though it's probably going to be on the pre-show. And, hey, Noah, at least 205 Live's not going to be on the pre-show. It's going to be this shit. Oh, I'm sorry. 205 Live's not even on the show. Who's your pick, Noah, Mysterio or Andrade?
Well, on that stance, let me just say this. The reason 205 Live isn't even on the show is because the only match they would put on a fucking main roster pay-per-view is a Cruiserweight Championship match. The next Cruiserweight Championship match is going to be at WrestleMania. And it damn well better not be on the kickoff show. But I digress. Anyway, As far as
Damn, he
this
killed
match
his
goes-
light.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'll fix that later. As far as this match goes, it has to be Andrade. Ray is there, I imagine, to give Andrade the push, okay? These two have had incredible one-on-one encounters. I think at least 3 at this point, and I think it's right now in the favor of 2-1, with a distraction finish by Selena Vega under one circumstance. But Andrade needs a win, because I feel like he needs and deserves a push. I'm going with Andrade for the win. We're unanimous here. Let me try and fix my damn light.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of unanimous predictions here. Let's go with the Women's Tag Team Championships. Next, we've got Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Tamina. I think this one's going to be unanimous too. I'll go first. Banks and Bayley to retain.
Oh, Boston Hug all the way. They're already talking about how they're going to be defending the titles on all these different shows. For them to drop the belts this soon, that's just not in the cards.
Yeah.
What about you, Noah?
Oh, Boston Hug, simple as that. The fact that Samoa and Slaughterhouse is facing the champs is an absolute disappointment to me. If anyone should face the champ, it should be, in my opinion, either the Iconics or like a surprise team from NXT. But there's no way in hell that Boston Hug are going to lose the titles here. And if they do, then fuck women's tag teams forever.
I even sprang for pyro. Anybody catch that?
Yep.
Cigarette decided to go all sparkler on me.
Wow, we have all sorts of technical difficulties going on here.
It's not enough that we have host difficulties when I can't think of what the fuck to say. If anybody noticed that edit earlier. So up next, let's go with the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We've got the Usos versus Miz and Shane McMahon.
Usos.
Noah, you get to go first this time. I know you're screwing with your busted light bulb.
Fuck it. Usos and Shane McMahon. Jeez. I don't see Usos as transitional champions. A team of their caliber and the fact that trying to keep them in there, hashtag AEW effect, there's no way the Usos are losing. It's in the Miz's hometown. It's going to be building a fucking match between the Miz and Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. Whoop-de fucking do. Over the show like you did WrestleMania 33 with AJ Styles. Probably not going to be as good. Usos are retaining.
Yeah, I agree. Usos take the belts home. I don't think you would call them transitional champions because it would be going back to the Miz and Shane. And I could see the Usos holding the championships for a month and giving them up to somebody else. But I don't see them giving them back to the Miz and Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
So I could see them as transitional champions because they've held them so many times. I could see the New Day as I can see anybody as a transitional champion.
Or anybody now, yeah.
Everybody wants the belts. It just
though,
makes sense for somebody to win it.
We're not going to talk about Velveteen Dream winning.
Yeah, Johnny
Oh,
Gargano
trust me,
was a
I saw your
transitional
freeze frame. Enough said.
I still have those. I should edit one in right now.
Support, no DQ.
Yeah, so I'm going Usos. What about you, my friend?
Oh, definitely Usos. Like, for the same reasons Noah said, we're building for a match between McMahon and The Miz. So that only makes sense that they'd be losing again to the Usos.
So, in the theme of tag team championships, let's go with the triple threat match for the Raw tag team titles. We've got Revival, we've got Aleister Black and Ricochet, and we have Gable and Rude. Chad Gable, Bobby Roode. I don't see Chad Gable or Bobby Roode winning the belts. I could see Black and Ricochet getting the belts, but how bad would it piss off the Revival to lose the belts that quickly? Like, how much would it piss them off? Like, would that just drive them further into the arms of AEW?
Most likely.
I'm stuck between those two, though. Why don't you go first, Jerry?
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Revival, and I think probably Chad Gable will get pinned because Aleister Black and Ricochet are gonna be flying all over the place, and chances are it's gonna end up being either Roode or Gable that gets pinned. I think it's gonna be Gable. So Revivals are gonna retain.
What about you, Noah?
The only reason this is a triple threat is the same reason we have triple threats at WrestleMania. Again, the theme for WrestleMania this year should be called Triple Threat Time Reign at this point, Triple T. But there's no way right now that the NXT call-ups are going to win the titles this soon on a filler pay-per-view. It's going to likely happen at WrestleMania. I can see this match fully repeating. Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, they were added literally for protection. They're going to take the fall. The champs are retaining.
So, yeah, I'm going to agree. Just because I feel like if I'm going to gain a point over everybody, this is not where I go with Aleister Black and Ricochet. Although I really want to. I haven't written anything in. Do you guys mind if I come back to that after we get done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, so let's move on to Asuka versus Mandy Rose for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I think we're all going to agree again here. Noah, why don't you go first?
Why the fuck is Mandy facing Asuka for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship when Asuka could be facing fucking Nikki Cross, when Asuka could be facing fucking Fire and Desire in a triple threat, building to a breakup angle, when Asuka could be facing the Iconics, calling back to NXT days, the Iconics working together, trying to pin her all at once, trying to become co-champs like Lay Cool. There are 50,000, I'm exaggerating, but fuck it, 50,000 fucking better combinations than this match. Mandy Rose is not worthy of the title picture as a standalone. Asuka's retaining. Simple as that.
I agree, Asuka's retaining. And to answer your question, I believe they put Mandy Rose in this position because, for one, they want to build her up a little bit. And getting her a win over the champ and then subsequently a championship match at a pay-per-view helps build her up, even if she doesn't win. I think the reason that she is in this match instead of her partner, help me out, Jerry.
Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville. Oh, that shows how much I really believe in this. But anyway, my idea was that Asuka turns heel against Mandy Rose, like we have a double turn, and Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville turn face, and it becomes Sonya Deville versus Asuka at WrestleMania. So I think that's where they're going, because even if it is just somebody for Asuka to beat at this pay-per-view to make it to Mania with the title, there are a few other better choices than Mandy Rose, unless you're building towards Asuka versus, again, what's her name? Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
I remembered it. Noah's just back there fucking with his lamp. Jerry, Asuka, or Mandy?
Mandy.
Mandy, really?
Yep. They're trying
What?
to.
What, Jerry? Stop it! Start talking. Give me one legitimate reason besides the fact you just wanted to. There's no reason. Why pick Mandy?
This, my friends, is why he's at the bottom of the predictions list.
Yep.
She doesn't even have an R in her name. She's got no R.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Wait. Hold on. Justify it.
Okay.
Please, justify it.
They're building the Raw women's title as like the women's title for the company, pretty much. It's going to be headlining WrestleMania. What better way to demote or make the SmackDown title look even less than put it on Mandy Rose? Especially since Asuka is not even like defending it. Chances are they're going to get put on some sort of tag team like match before WrestleMania even starts.
You cannot try and do some devaluing the SmackDown Women's Championship to make the Raw Women's Championship look better right before they go back to Saudi Arabia. You can't do that.
Oh,
They've
God, you have
got
to bring
to
that
know
up.
better. They've got to make the women's division look like the shining star of the company before they leave them behind and go do a big-time pay-per-view for a lot of money. I mean, it's to the point to where they have to pay them as if they were going to do the show, even though they didn't even leave the country. Like, this is thin ice, and I don't think they try to purposefully devalue the SmackDown Women's Championship for any reason right before that May show.
You bring interesting points.
Yeah, I do.
I'm sticking with Mandy Rose.
Yeah, I've already written it down. So I'm kind of glad. I do not have my whiteout.
Jerry, no DQ Galaxy, I'm on record for saying this. If Jerry is the only one, fuck it, he's going to be the only one. If Jerry gets the point on this, I will sacrifice drinking Mountain Dew for an entire month.
Oh, prepare yourself for a lot of headaches. That's why I went caffeine free, is because I gave up Mountain Dew.
I was about to say, Nakamura pulled it off for me once. Mandy Rose, do your thing.
Wow, sir. All right, let's move
You
on to...
are absolutely insane.
Let's move on to Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. I'm going Daniel Bryan. Bryan to retain, because if you're going to have either Bryan or Owens as one half of the Mania match, you go with Bryan.
Hey, look, it's Noah.
Plus, the heavyweight championship belt is still fairly new.
Yeah.
And it goes away as soon as he loses the title, I feel like, so...
Kofi's gonna smoke it.
Yeah, I really hope that Kofi Kingston faces Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, and Kofi gets the win. The only way that happens is if Bryan wins here. So I'm going probably with everybody else, Daniel Bryan. What about you, Jerry?
D-Bry.
D-Bry.
D-Bry all the way. Like, granted, it's Owens' first match back, but at the same time, I think he was brought in to more like, not really be filler, but at least put that buffer in between like him and Kofi to actually say, it's like, well, maybe this main event is going to change, maybe, because Kevin Owens is a legitimate threat and put into any situation. So, but at the same time, it's too soon. Daniel Bryan's going to pull off the win.
Noah?
It's got to be the new Daniel Bryan. I have to imagine they're going to build Kofi his moment at WrestleMania, make everybody happy, unless they do Triple Threat Tyrant and do Kofi Kingston versus the KO versus the new Daniel Bryan and throw him stuff up on the league, making a fail forward. That'd be insane. I hope it doesn't happen. But I only got to worry about Fastlane. I'll worry about WrestleMania later. See if I eat my words. But the new Daniel Bryan is going to retain.
All right. So, let's just make the SmackDown Women or the Raw Women's Championship contenders number one. Whatever Becky's in, let's make that last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got one other match. It's the Shield reunion, last time ever. Probably, maybe, probably not.
So we need more money.
Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins,
Roman
and the returning Roman Reigns.
Returning Roman Reigns.
Returning RRR. He's taking all my R's.
Triple R.
So we've got Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, and Drew McIntyre as the Heels of Doom.
Yeah.
And
Team Clam.
I don't know how you bet against the Shield in this.
You just
match,
don't.
But let's go with Noah first.
I feel like this is like freaking Triple Threat is the magic word now. If you hear Triple Threat, scream like Eric Bugenhagen. Anyway, yeah, I can't see the Shield losing. Also, let's think about what we heard. Last time ever, once in a lifetime. Those words don't mean shit. You pay enough money, you can make anything happen again. I guarantee this last time.
I'm about to say, Shawn Michaels has retired like 10 times.
Yeah. Anyway, I can't imagine Dean officially going back to heel, getting the Dunn Sirens, and screwing up this for his brothers. I can't imagine Roman Reigns going to AWOL on either one of them and going heel. The Shield has to win here, and then they're probably going to do Baron Corbin versus Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre versus friggin' Dean Ambrose, and Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania. Lord help us.
Yeah, I agree. Shield. I mean, you don't have Roman Reigns lose in an incapacity on his first match.
Oh no,
from beating
you have to have that feel-good moment on this pay-per-view.
What about
Oh,
you,
not
Jerry?
now. Even if it's filler pay-per-view.
I was about to say, even if it's a filler pay-per-view, the fact that Roman Reigns is on it, he beat his leukemia and whatnot, yeah. But and since Lesnar's not going to be in the building, I guess we won't get an attack from him. So I'm just going to go ahead and just say, the Shield pulls it off.
And Brock Lesnar shows up and friggin' breaks Rollins and Reigns in half and gives Baron Corbin and his team the win. That would be something.
Oh, that would be it. But at the same time, I don't see them laying there beaten at the end of the night. I see them actually standing victorious, doing that whole stupid pose thing, probably with Baron Corbin.
Yeah, the fist in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, they got another shirt. Yay.
So,
Thanks, Tyler.
does anybody here actually think Becky's going to lose and be done and not get into the women's championship? Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
You're going with Charlotte Flair.
I'm going with Charlotte Flair.
And this, my friends, is why. Okay, before Noah or I go, just explain this.
I think they're gonna find a way of pushing Becky into that match anyway and making it a triple threat match at WrestleMania.
In 4 weeks?
Yes. Dude, you've seen what happens in a couple weeks here. We've had 3 U.S. champions in the span of a month.
This is true.
So it's one of those situations where Charlotte can win, and chances are it'll be because Rousey causes some sort of distraction or whatnot, because she'll show up. And then it'll be a triple threat match. That or even the McMahons are going in there just to distract Becky or throw some sort of wrench into the plan.
Oh no, man!
So I'm gonna go with Flair.
I think Ronda Rousey hates Charlotte just as much as she hates Becky.
Oh no, she hates Becky way more. That's legit heat and legit feud at this point.
Well, beat your ass, fake. She dropped the F word. I can't imagine they're happy with that.
Oh, they're not.
I gotta go with Becky, man. I don't think they find some. I mean, I'm with you on the idea if there was 6 weeks to find some other way for her. But they've been cramming so much in. I'm really hoping they're not trying to cram in four Raws a way for Becky to get back into the women's championship match.
The wheels are really turning right now on Noah. I think I may have gotten into his head.
Yeah. Final prediction, Noah. Becky or Charlotte?
Jeez. Damn it, Jerry. The fact that they did this all of a sudden and just gave it a time oh, here you go. And Ronda all of a sudden just sudden heel turn. And Charlotte is literally just filler at this point. No one gives a damn that Charlotte's in this match. It's all around Becky and Ronda. And yes, you're absolutely right. It work, shoot, not, whatever. Becky legitimately is in Ronda's head.
Yes.
And based on the damage, real or not, blah, 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 that Becky has sustained at the hands of Ronda and Charlotte, I can honestly see Charlotte dominate most of this match. And the only way right now Becky to win is Ronda's interference. But there's 4 weeks till Mania. Why would you continue this out? And if this closes the show, are you going to close with Becky standing tall or Ronda just standing over both of them and oh, what we're going to do now? Because I can see WWE pulling off that shit.
A disqualification or the match gets thrown out because Ronda comes in and starts beating them both up?
Yep, and
yes,
that leads into a triple threat, and then he announced that on Raw.
You got to pick something then. You're going to go with a no finish?
Or not virtue. But I guess I'm crazy as Jerry. I'm gonna no, fuck it, no, I got the man shirt up. No, you're not.
I was about to say you have the man shirt. You're going with Becky Lynch.
Becky's winning.
I think there for a minute Jerry was in your head, Noah.
Yes.
No,
something fierce.
Becky's winning.
Just remember where he's at in the standings. I'm just saying.
Point tick.
9!
in that vein, in the spirit of Jerry and his balls, because picking Mandy and picking Charlotte, you've got some balls, sir. I'm going to go with Black and Ricochet to win the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Oh, interesting.
Way to give up your title, Stefan.
You know what? That might be the point that fucking keeps my title.
Yeah, that could very well.
Every single one of these matches and the outcomes are so predictable that I believe that probably every one of my predictions lines up with most of the rest of No DQ.
See, here's the only reason I didn't go with Black and Ricochet is the fact that we've already know that Aleister Black has already doing his farewell speech, or has done his farewell speech for a future episode of NXT.
Correct.
So, that's just gonna be you're gonna have them appearing on NXT television still, but being tag champions on Raw.
Well, so far up until that, I have had 0 championships changing hands.
Yeah.
Something's got to happen that you don't see coming, and the least consequential spot for that to happen, I believe, is the Raw Tag Team Championship.
Well, I was about to say they could theoretically lose them before
I feel like Black and Ricochet was supposed to be Gargano and Ciampa until Ciampa's injury.
Exactly.
And they probably would have won the titles off of the Revival. So I think they're going to give it to Black and Ricochet.
Well, if they do 8-man tag, Paula on SmackDown with Black, Ricochet, and the Hardys versus The Bar, Rusev, and Nakamura, it'd be interesting considering they would actually be bringing on the Raw Tag Team Champions on SmackDown Live.
So Noah, is there a tiebreaker or any extra points?
No, it's literally just the matches at this point.
Well, this is
no tiebreaker at all.
This is more or less a filler pay-per-view. It's not like one of the main ones.
There's one other title that's free to be defended if they decide to throw a match together before the pay-per-view, and that's the United States Championship. We've got Samoa Joe. Mm-hmm. Now it looks like they're building towards a match between him and John Cena at Mania, but I could see them putting together a match between, say, him and R-Truth.
Just call. Go ahead, put them together. Because I swear that was rumored at one point.
I see just a video package of him winning the belt.
I'm going to go ahead and put it on record, though, just in case it happens to get me a point. If they throw together a match between Samoa Joe and anybody, I'm going with Samoa Joe.
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
It's 2 years plus that Joe has won a title. This is his first.
Yep.
Joe is not losing this championship before WrestleMania. If John Cena faces him for it.
I was about to say he made almost a 2-year run with the Ring of Honor World Championship, so I could actually see him going pretty long ways with the U.S. Championship.
So maybe we can all sneak out an extra point if they add Samoa Joe versus R-Truth. Who knows?
We make the rules.
Well, no, Aaron makes the rules, but I can't see how if that match actually does happen, we shouldn't be allowed to get the points because we thought to predict it. Just saying. So that's long enough video for predictions, man.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do the plugs. Noah. This is my favorite part.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of any show, really.
All right. Friends, as always, ladies, gentlemen of WDQ, good luck to you all. With that, I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. So if you want to follow me and talk anything wrestling, WWE, Ring of Honor, Impact, AEW, New Japan, Indie, support local indie wrestling folks, and anything else in between, and 205 Live, hashtag 205 Live matters. Look me up on Twitter, nodq.com/Noah, takes you to my Twitter. Check out my simple YouTube channel at youtube.com/users/NoahFox210. You'll find monthly wrestling unboxings, my 205 Live Matters series, in conjunction with NoDQ. And favorite prediction, W and beyond. And just keep supporting NoDQ, folks. Go buy a shirt. NoDQ.com/shirts. Subscribe to the channel right here. There should be a button right below, I believe, Jerry. Subscribe to Aaron Rich channel. Subscribe to Aftermath Wrestling channel. They're halfway to their goal. Go check out our playlist on Spotify. It's over 5,000 songs. And I'm going to put it out there right now, probably by freaking 9,000, and someone will make a Dragon Ball Z reference before the end of the year. Hashtag 2NoDQ. Everything on there from Connie Pinkfiner to Santana to Blue Oyster Cult to the fuck. Wouldn't surprise me if Captain Planet's theme isn't on there.
Listen to that.
The power is yours. Sorry.
I'm gonna have to listen to that. And like I said, 5'10". And as always, folks, support your wrestling outlets, both big and small, and let's keep growing this wrestling community together. Simple as that.
So as some of you know, the show that we do, What's NXT, and the NXT party, we have guests up on the big screen for the NXT party. So if you'd like to have a spot of NXT with us and be up on the screen, you can find me on Twitter. Just go to nodq.com/Stefan. That's STEFAN. Or if you just want to look me up on Twitter, it's at Stefan R. Osborne, OSBORNE. As always, the R stands for restricted. And you can find this gentleman on Twitter as well.
At NoDQ General, and also on my Facebook group, Armbar, all capital, ARMBAR,
exclamation point.
That sounded less pretty than last time, but it's okay.
It's different every time.
Like, find us on there, like, memes, discussions, all sorts of great stuff going on. And, yeah.
Yeah, if you like this video, you should click the like button that's underneath me. If you like all of our videos, NXT, No DQ, all of the main roster, if you like all of Aaron's videos, you should just click the subscribe button. Jerry's pointing at that. And if you'd like to help our channel, Aftermatch Wrestling, continue to grow, as Noah said, we are halfway to our goal. We are at 50 subscribers. Our goal is 100, and we will start doing our What's NXT and our NXT Party videos live.
You think Botchamania is bad? Wait till you see this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of editing for a reason. However, if you'd like to be on the big screen and have a spot of NXT with us and review an episode of NXT UK, leave down in the comments, if you don't have Twitter or Facebook, how we can get a hold of you. Just give me your email and we will get you on the screen. All you need is Skype, and you don't have to have watched all of the NXT UK episodes, just the current one. And we'll get you up on the big screen. We're itching to have some new members to hashtag
No DQ NXT.
No DQ, that's a long one. But yeah, we'll put you in the Facebook Messenger chat.
Yep.
The hashtag NX team. And all of the good stuff. So, for the simple man Noah Foster, for the general Jerry Slaughter, I'm of course the Rated R reviewer, the Wizard of No DQ,
And
Stefan
prediction
Osborne,
champion.
and No DQ predictions champion, hopefully for another month.
Yeah.
I'd like to take it to WrestleMania. Cross your fingers for Aleister Black and Ricochet. Everybody out there, cross your fingers for me.
You go, Gargano.
So for the three of us, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Have a good night, folks, and sorry about the technical difficulties. Fucking light bulb.
What you should be apologizing for is your language. God damn! I know this.
Fuck Noah.
I know this is the Rated R report and all that shit. But Rated R. I know it's Rated R, but damn, Noah.
I'm in hot.
I'm sorry about teasing you about 205 Live not even having a match on the show.
That's alright. It's all good humor. That's not the other
They're so lightweight that you just float out of the arena.
I don't know where I'm going to edit this in, but enjoy.